Hi guys, welcome back to our 2 episodes for the week of NCIS. I don't have any recap or anything to say, pretty much. I'm thoroughly enjoying the show. The further in it gets, the more familiar you become with the characters. Obviously, the cases are always different. At the moment, with what's suddenly been revealed, I am questioning what the hell's going on with Tony, this new girlfriend. There's something feels different about it, even just the way he's behaving and this whole second phone thing. So I don't know. See if they give us any more info. They're going to spoon feed it us very slowly, aren't they? I can tell. Anyway, let's get on with it. This is episode 9 of season 4. Writer's block. What did he just say? Oh.
I think I killed someone, Tim.
That's his sister, right?
You
Twisted
okay?
sister. So yeah, it is. That answers that question. Alright, wasn't
We've
sure.
been in there for over an hour.
I was at Headliners with these girls from school. We're watching crappy band. The next thing I know, I'm at your front door.
She was who was in
You
the
left out
photograph.
the part where you said you killed someone.
Tim, that's not funny.
Well, that's
You
what
don't
you
remember
said.
saying that. How much did you have to drink?
Nothing. I'm under 21, remember?
Really? Because your fake ID says you're 22. Last time you had a few too many, you painted bitch on Katie Hutchinson's garage.
I would have done that sober. That bitch stole my boyfriend. Tim,
Just
relax. I
disconnected
barely even touched my second beer, okay? I remember because I had to.
You've been roofed. Haven't you? That's why you don't recall. She's young, she's pretty.
You had to what?
I had to study. Why can't I remember?
I think you need to say she's got
You could have
drugs in the
slipped you
system.
something.
No, Smart Girl 101. You don't take drinks from guys you don't know.
We should still get a urine sample.
Yeah, we should.
Calling the police.
And telling them what?
He
I
has
showed up
to.
at your front door with blood on my hands saying I killed someone? Besides, Tim, that could be animal blood.
Sarah, I'm a federal agent. I have a responsibility.
Tim, I didn't come to a federal agent.
That's
I came to
not
my big
fair.
brother.
That's not fair.
You know, I'm not sure what the problem is. When I was framed by the Iranians for murder, I was late for many hours before anyone even noticed.
There we go. No doctor's appointments. He does have a personal trainer 4 times a week. Either McGee's won the lottery or he's got a sugar daddy. Where? Dead?
Sailor, Waverly campus, gear up.
Yeah,
You still here?
we all got one.
Called, they know I was lying.
Oh, and if you have laryngitis, you can't call.
Okay, sure, you should do this.
Now, you left the bar at 9:30 p.m. You showed up here at my door at 2:30 a.m.
Is this what you do at work?
This is a job.
You like state the obvious and make pretty pie charts? There are 4 hours unaccounted for, of which I have no memory. So
No,
I
good.
either drank more than I realized,
Or-
repressed some kind of traumatic event. Now, the blood on my hands and the fact that I'm always careful with what I drink imply a traumatic event. But what and where? $32 on sale, plus I had a back-to-school coupon. They're muddy, but the soles are barely even scuffed, so I didn't walk the 5 miles to your place. Okay, so how did I get here? When I left the food court, I had $14 in my back pocket, and now there's only 2. And since it's a $10 taxi ride to your place, we ask him where I was, and when we find out where I was, we can find out what happened.
Not
Start by
bad.
checking local taxi dispatches. There's 2 major cab companies. Do you think you caught the taxi on campus?
That she's unclear about. And, oh, she's out again.
2 rope 3, 4 look 5, hit
Cheerleaders.
6, 7 down and go 1. This is Waverly. Say the pole dancing for your boyfriend, Carolyn.
Ouch.
Might want to yank out your rent-a-cop manual, recheck the pecking order.
No. Your people are on the other side of the quad.
There's your body. Oh,
Solve this
crap.
case
There's your
already,
body.
Denozo?
That's why they're here.
No, it's my 100th body.
Can't tell how long the body's been here.
Well,
Could
luckily,
be
of course, I
investigating.
can. I would have thought McGee would have beaten me up here.
McGee's not here.
Oh,
Really?
he
I
is.
could have sworn I saw him in the parking lot.
Pencil neck geeks are a dime a dozen.
Oh, crap. This doesn't look good, does it?
Preliminary time of death between 10 and 12 hours ago.
Actually, 10 of them.
Oh no, it could be one of her friends that's done it. And put the blame on her, drugged her. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna get seen. Human blood.
Hey, what time is it?
And you were picked up early this morning at the quad. And I went to check it out. NCIS was there.
There's a body.
What was NCIS doing there?
Probably had something to do with the dead body. Where are you going?
The library. I have to study.
Excuse me?
No.
I have a Chaucer midterm coming up.
It's not. I tested it and it's human. Sarah, we've got to go to NCIS.
Yeah.
Why? Why NCIS?
Because they'll figure this out.
Body was a sailor.
See, McGee doesn't have much of a choice here, no matter at what point he decides to just have to call them in here. And from her point of view, you've got to realise that, one, it's his job, and two, if he just doesn't call them and just is on your side the whole way throughout this, he's going to figure out whether you really did kill this guy or not. That's exactly what will happen if he calls in his team. And if it turns out that you're innocent, that will happen either way, whether they're dealing with it or McGee's dealing with it. You can't go running off and just expect this to go away. Teenagers seem to think that if you just run away from your problems, they just vanish, and they don't. Not when it's this serious.
Do you know the sailor's name?
No.
Yes, when I was an officer with the regiment, I was twice called upon to render such services. I prefer combat to telling a family that one of their loved ones shall never be returning. Luckily, in this case, we are spared. No time, but a cause.
Asphyxiation. Suffocation. Overfeeding.
Nicotine poisoning.
Really?
Well, kill a goldfish. That much is certain.
How did that get there?
Yeah. The cause of death of Seaman Petty is more explicable. Punctured the aorta, so death was almost instantaneous. Of the wounds suggests a combat
knife.
We didn't find a knife. All we bagged was trash.
Tell Denozo to keep looking. He went home?
He wasn't feeling well. Thought McGee might have gotten him sick.
So he went home?
The director told him he could go.
I'm not done, Gibbs.
Make it fast, Dr. Mallard.
Post-mortem lividity suggests that Seaman Petty was killed on scene. Tox screen came back negative, no drugs in his system. No DNA in the fingernails.
No defensive wounds, no
He was
nothing.
surprised.
Yeah.
Or he knew his killer.
Locking himself away is not going to fix anything.
How do you know him?
We used to date. Until he started seeing my old roommate.
And?
And
He said she stole your boyfriend. Is that the one you're
I
talking
threatened
about?
to kill him once or twice.
Oh, that's not good. People say it all the
sailor
time.
that you were dating last year?
I really liked this guy, and he just broke my heart when he dumped me for some skanky cheerleader. I didn't mean it. It was just one of those things you say, you know?
Yeah, of course.
I never actually said it. I emailed it.
Oh, that's worse.
I haven't done anything wrong.
How do you know?
Oh, this is getting worse.
Tim, you don't really.
I don't know.
You do.
Sober, no, but you were drinking, Sarah. There could have been an accident.
You can't.
You
'cause
don't
can't
remember what happened.
No.
Sarah.
People whose job it is to
What, you
figure it
gonna
out.
arrest me?
You need to understand something.
They have to. He may
The
have
only
to.
option right now is going to end.
She's gone.
I thought they were brother and sister.
They are, but they don't know it. Haven't you
She
been reading
skived off for
subtitles?
this.
There's subtitles?
So much for being a film buff.
Hey, listen, I could bore you to death with a lecture on German expressionism. It is my contention, Miss Benoit, that the abstract nature of expressionism in film...
Yeah, shush.
We've been dating for over a month.
Really?
Don't you find it a little curious that we haven't taken it to the next level?
You mean Italian neorealism?
No.
Japanese
No.
cinema?
I don't think you've sealed the deal.
Something you might be interested in? And yet we still haven't had it, and you don't seem like the type who usually waits.
No, he's not.
Yeah. Well, it could be because you remind me of my sister.
Could also be
You
because
said
he's
you were
in
an only
love.
child. Could I have a serious answer?
This just came out of nowhere.
I don't want to rush things.
Yeah, there's only one reason
Me
a guy
too,
doesn't
it's
sleep with a girl to
rushing
begin
things,
with.
Tony.
When there's nothing else
You're
wrong.
11, and that's a violation of the Geneva Convention.
If you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you always got. I'm looking for something different now.
The only reason we are low on agents is because you sent Donoso home.
Well, there's no sense in getting us all sick.
Next time you send one of my team home, you clear it with me first, Director.
You're personnel. Last time I checked, it said director on my door, not yours. The kids don't like it when mommy and daddy fight. There was damage on the DC run to the SIM chip, probably from the fall.
You mean the sim?
This text messages. Someone's really trying to get a hold of.
It's phone.
Oh no, what do I do? Do I answer it?
Put it on speaker.
Hello.
Finally, where the hell are you?
Oh, fuck.
McGee?
Now the
Why do
game's
you
up.
have my sister's cell phone?
I got a better question for you. What is your sister's cell phone doing on my dead body?
No, you didn't do a bad choice. You're in trouble. You're both in trouble. Yeah.
Oh, and I thought being sent to the principal's office was bad.
How mad is he?
Well, considering McGee's been covering for his sister, who's implicated in the death of a Navy sailor.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, McGee?
I'd
It's
say
a
he's
left
handling
knee.
it pretty well.
Got your voice back.
I know withholding evidence is a violation of NCIS policy.
And a crime. One that I don't really care about. Why didn't you come to me?
You should have.
When I saw the body, I knew I had to bring Sara in.
No, before that.
I couldn't take that chance.
Really? That's what he's best at.
I don't know what my sister did or didn't do,
But you know you could trust him.
but I know what it looked like. And we say
Panicked.
better.
You
One
panicked as
guilty
much
men
as...
go free than one innocent get punished, but I know from experience it doesn't always work out like that. I couldn't take that chance with Sara. Not with the police. Not with NCIS. Not even McGee. She's my sister.
People will do anything for blood. To many people.
Apology accepted.
Because you're talking to somebody who crossed the ultimate line for his family. Accepting his apology.
Hey, this is the one I found on
Okay.
McGee's iPod.
Alright, that's
There
good.
was no way she could be his girlfriend.
So it was her in the picture. That's confirmed that too.
Age there, boss? Prime of your youth, sir.
We needed it for the bolo.
Please tell me that's not for...
Citing a bench warrant for Grand Theft Auto.
Spoke to the taxi driver who picked your sister up. He places her at the crime scene.
And there are the emails.
Like the one that starts, Dear Man Whore, and ends with, If I ever see you again, I will kill you. Love, Sara.
Motive and opportunity.
Yep. They do.
Why's she running?
She's mad.
Just
She's
scared.
scared. Sara's not a killer.
But
Then let's prove
An
it.
accident's another story. If she was drugged,
She wasn't. Abby ran the urine sample you took, and it was clean. At least your sister's not the only one writing threatening emails.
Cheerleader was worried Popeye was getting his spinach somewhere else.
Donoso, you're on McGee's sister.
What's she doing playing around with high school girls anyway?
be better on the tank.
McGee, go home.
If I go home, how do you know I won't keep working on it?
Come on.
Fine.
Eye on you.
Because you know he's not just going to go home and sit there.
Hey, you're wondering if she did it?
No, I'm wondering why McGee never told me he had a sister.
Handsome kid.
I love wearing that uniform. Almost as much as I love seeing him in it. He was supposed to meet me at the food court. We were having freshman cheerleader initiations later that night. Surprise.
I gotta say,
never
McGee's
showed.
sister's way prettier than she is. Why did he go
Figured
for
the ship
her?
was late.
No, we can do it.
Seen enough?
No.
Well, stop bending over then.
I was checking the water gun here, the check valve.
Sounds like
There's
they're
no
just
fish
a
in the
perfect
tank.
Relationship.
We were gonna get married.
Oh, give me a break. No, you weren't.
That jealous bitch, Sara McGee.
Is that
She
who
couldn't
you
deal
set
with the
up?
fact that Jeff wanted me instead of her.
How do you know she just didn't leave?
Because she killed him.
Boss,
Out.
why didn't you ask her about the emails?
Maybe I don't want her to know that I know about the emails, McGee. There's a reason I told you to stay outside.
Come on,
Maybe
be
there's a
smart
reason
with
that I
this.
came in. Look,
All the fish are missing.
Come on in.
Why did you let him go home?
I take it this isn't a social call.
I need some advice.
And you came to me?
Well, it was either you or Gibbs. I'm finding myself in a particularly odd situation with someone.
So you come to the director with this?
Odd. Yeah, odd. Because we've been going out for over a month, and we haven't. I usually do
on the first night.
A lot earlier than that.
Usually do.
Usually do.
Because of the particular importance of this person, I thought it would be a good idea to take things slowly. Kind of a new concept for me, but at a certain point, things have to speed up.
Are you attracted to her?
Have you seen her?
Yeah, I could make a meal.
She attracted to you? So what's the problem?
Yeah.
Denozo.
Bolo just came back on McGee's sister. Campus security has her.
You want her for more than GTA, don't you? I didn't have the authority to arrest her, but if you want me to,
We'll take it from here.
What do you think you're doing? You can't study with this on your mind.
No, you can't have my number.
Already have your number, Sara.
It's not going away, girl.
It's not what you guys think. My eyes water when I read a lot. These lights are really crappy.
Are you guys here to arrest me?
No?
You do have to come with us, though.
You guys just being nice to me because Tim's my big brother.
No, I'm always nice to hot girls.
And you are one.
You must be Tommy.
Tony.
Sorry, in
Close
Tim's
enough.
book, you're Tommy. Which would make you Lisa.
What? Uh-oh. Oh, he's not. Is he writing about them? Tommy and Lisa? I'll have to remember that.
You know, Tony is much cuter than Tommy.
Tommy.
Yeah,
you know,
your
if
book.
you rearrange these letters, you get
Timothy McGee.
Can't wait to read about your
Right,
swashbuckling,
right,
socially repugnant special agent, Tommy.
Was hot officer.
Or their boss, L.J. Tibbs, who drinks to alleviate the
L.J.
burden of
Tibbs.
messianic complex.
Evidence garage. Tony.
He's already written the damn book. Wait a minute. There's a lot going on in this episode. So he's already written a book, which I'm assuming is just about life in NCIS with these renamed characters that's just based on everybody he works with. What was his writer's block then? A sequel? Because that book's already printed and he's out on half the press, so to speak. The confusing the hell out of me, because that's a reveal we didn't know about. Tony's stuff's a reveal we didn't know about. What's going on here?
Hey, boss.
In the taxi. That's not good. That's not good. Fuck.
You didn't find that in the taxi, did you?
Yes. We did. Oh, man.
Who studies while they wait to be interrogated for murder?
Yeah.
I'm a geek.
You're the ice queen.
In the field, Agent Tommy is a dogged pursuer of dirtbags and any skirt over the age of 18.
Your brother's dead.
Seaman Petty by email. A taxi picked her up near the crime scene at the time of the murder. Other than being your sister, is there any evidentiary reason why she shouldn't be charged?
No.
Sara may have a temper, but she lashes out with her mouth or a pen, not a knife. She was drugged. She showed up at my door groggy, barely able to walk. She couldn't remember anything except leaving the food court.
The lab reports for drugs and alcohol were negative.
Free.
Did nothing to help your sister, but it did impugn the integrity of this agency.
Forgive me, Director, for not putting the integrity of NCIS before my sister.
He's gonna quit.
It won't happen again.
Hold on to those.
McGee,
Boss, don't try and talk me out of this.
never let someone manipulate you like that again. Not even the director.
Boss, you don't think that...
You sit down here until I get back.
Boss, you don't think Sara did it, do you?
I don't know, McGee. I'll know after I interrogate her.
Can I watch?
No.
No.
Please, from observation.
No. You put your brother down.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. He just resigned because of you.
No.
He cares that much about you.
But Tim loves NCIS.
Evidently, he loves you more.
I'm sorry.
Fake tears don't bother me.
I don't fake tears.
Just lapses in memory.
I don't remember. Quick film cuts.
Hold on to them.
I can't. I do.
If you did, you'd remember.
How would you know?
I've been there.
You know, you get film cuts, flashes.
What are you doing?
Maybe you were trying to save him.
I stabbed him.
I stabbed Jess.
Well, that's not what we saw.
What?
Her favorite pizza. Come on, Tim. It's not a trick question.
Cheeseless with pickles, Tabasco, and peanut butter.
Yes! Yes! Where's Gibbs? Where's everybody?
Interrogation.
We'll go get him and bring him down to my lab. There's more.
What did Gibbs do to my sister?
Nothing. She admitted stabbing Seaman Petty.
Sara doesn't know what she's saying.
McGee.
While she was drugged, Abby has proof.
Stay with her.
Cheeseless pizza with Tabasco, pickles, and peanut butter.
Yuck.
But I also found traces of sodium oxybate. It didn't show up in her urine sample because it metabolizes so quickly.
You think Seaman Petty tried to rape her?
Her ex-boyfriend?
There's nothing like a death threat from an ex-girlfriend to get your dander up.
He allowed me to triangulate a window of exposure. She was dosed at the food court.
Denoso.
But I have more. I solved the mystery of the smoking goldfish. They were trying to kick the habit. Our little Nemos were swimming in a bag that sprung a leak. So their little lives flashed before their eyes in a nicotine buzz. I don't know, Gibbs. That is a very complicated piece of equipment. Probably have to go get my manual out.
Abs.
Ducky,
Yes, my little lotus blossom.
Gibbs wants you.
Well, I was just determining the time they expired.
You're using a little teeny tiny liver probe?
They died about the same time as our victims.
Someone took the pizza?
Oops. That was the wrong
I
way.
don't know.
Second.
Denoso.
This is sort of a McGee thing.
Get in. You know what a clog is?
A shoe or a block to drain?
On the internet.
I thought that was a blog, but my English is often wrong. Probably on MySpace. Who is she?
Seaman Petty's girlfriend. Sarah's ex-roommate.
All skanked up to the nines in their adorable cheerleading uniforms, which had been mistakenly ordered in children's sizes. Homoerotic, Adderall-fueled spastic movements that they called dance routine.
Where's that from?
Wow, you ripped into him.
Roby.
Find your sister entering the food court. Tabasco sauce, pickles, and peanut butter.
Food court has everything but peanut butter, so I carry a jar in my backpack.
It's her so-called ex-friend. I had a feeling it may be her.
Ready? 1, 2,
You
down,
drugged her.
up. Hold it, Heather. Ugh, take 5.
Whatever happened to Quinn?
What's the point in that and then sparking up?
Seen enough of my ass?
What do you think, Tony?
I don't know. There's a lot to see.
Stay the hell away from me,
You're going
jerk.
to be particularly
It's amazing
interested
what a
in
college
prison
education
if you
does for
did
a girl's
this.
vocabulary, don't you think? Believe you know my sister.
That was for spiking my peanut butter.
This is for being an accessory to murder.
What?
Madison?
They're framing me. I didn't do anything.
We've got you starring in the food court show. Spiking Sarah's peanut butter with GHB. We have you leaving the food court with Officer Tate.
You murdered Jeff?
No! I was just using Tate to get even for this bitch's blog.
Jesus Christ, girl.
Tate stabbed him. I dropped everything and ran.
You stabbed him! Put the knife in her hand, put the cell phone in his pocket.
You lying bastard!
Lying bitch!
Get him out of here.
I didn't do anything!
Let them two figure it out between them.
Let go of me!
All that matters is you didn't do it.
I'm sorry. Jeff was a great guy and he really loved you.
How would you know?
That's why
He emailed me.
Yeah, that's why I broke up.
He said he was sorry, but he met his soulmate.
Oh, man. What a complete and utter waste.
Sometimes, McGee. Little lie. It's good for the soul.
She did. That was a really good one. I enjoyed that because it was very, very personal to one of them. Okay, that was a good episode. I have a couple of questions here. First of all, why didn't we know anything about this book? Why did we not know he's based it on the whole team? which we're now aware of, and it's too late to take any of that back because it's already an actual book. I think his writer's block was him maybe possibly writing a part 2 to it, or a second chapter to it, or a sequel, whatever the hell you would call it in book terms. Tony's not behaving like Tony. It's like someone's come along and raised his hard drive. He's not behaving the same. He's still the same work orientated, but the snappy one-liners seem to have disappeared a lot. The sexually over graphic nature of the way he is around anything female has stopped. And he goes to the director for what is basically relationship advice, because Gibbs' track record isn't exactly very good, is it? I'm assuming when he said he didn't feel well, piggybacking on the back of McGee originally ringing in and saying he's not well, was just an excuse for him to go see her, and the director obviously doesn't know anything about that. I didn't pick up on that. The one thing I think McGee should have done here was trust your boss. You know, with what he's been through and the things that he's done, that he would be on your side right to the very end. And whether you're guilty or not guilty, you would have both arrived at that same conclusion at some point. Why not include them? And if she had have been guilty, you would have still had to tell them, or what were you going to do, become a fugitive yourself? It was good that he took his badge and gun and was like, yeah, no, I'm not letting you do that. Not leaving it with the director anyway. She's got to cover her ass. I get that. So we finally meet his sister properly in really awkward, difficult circumstances. I'd already cottoned on to the fact that that's who it was, because who else would be knocking at his door? And then moments later it was confirmed anyway. Now then, I want to know more what's going on with Tony. They're just sprinkling it on each episode here and there, but it's becoming more and more evident. I think he has finally truly fallen for someone. I want this. I want more character development. I want more background and see more about their personal lives. We get quite a bit from Gibbs. Sometimes it's in fractured little pieces, especially if it's long history that we're going back to here. Same was with the director when they were working together. We don't get really anything on Ziva. Not yet. Not from before she was here. There's not an awful lot. We know about Harry, we know about his brother, we know what her father's like, but that's it. That's the limit to her personal involvement with everything. It was a really good episode, and it just threw up more than I was expecting it to, all in the space of 40 minutes. I enjoyed that. I will be back with another episode next. We do 2 a week, if you're not aware by now. Second episode's coming up in the next day or so if you are watching on YouTube or Patreon. Talking of which, if you do want to watch them in full length, that's a place to go. Check the link in the description as always. But if you are indeed on YouTube, I would appreciate a quick sub to the channel. Do not forget to post your comments down below and give the video one of them. I will see you for episode 10 next. Take care.